guys! Today we're going to be talking about Poland, and it is Sunday, and if you hear children screaming outside, do not be alarmed. It's just the neighborhood kids, and they like to play right by my window. So if you see me like this and then suddenly clicking, it's because I'm putting up a spooky image, so it's like, quit looking at my window! I'm an adult, and I watch horror movies. I don't want, some mom coming over like, my kid saw this! Well, I think she's actually chasing them. Okay, she's kind of chasing them right now, like, get over here. But it's a little boy and a little girl. Not gonna lie, she's a little tubby, and the boy's a twig. So, obviously when they stand next to each other, it's very noticeable. I hope she exercises. I mean, she's running around, so, she seems to be doing good. But you can do it, little kid. Fight the power and all that. But yes, Poland, and it's Sunday, so we're gonna try to get as much as we can get done today. Oh, this is my drink, because I was supposed to have lunch with someone, but I think he's asleep and he didn't show up, so that's rude to say, but I got to hang out with someone else. We got to chat. Someone's crying. Okay, so ignore the crying children outside, I swear. It's not me. But yes, we're going to Auschwitz, and we'll be coming from Slovakia. We'll be coming from Slovakia to Auschwitz to pay respects, and there's a lot of, a lot of human souls there. I figure, you're like, ooh, I mean, goosebumps again, just talking about stuff. So obviously pay respects there, and be like, yo, my B. And then we're going to Warsaw, capital of Poland. Gonna talk, see what's up there. And then we're going to Działdowo. It's like a small little Poland town, and during World War II, the whole town kind of became a concentration camp, and I was able to get some more info from my mom, and she, I'm playing with stuff, so I guess I'm nervous, and she told me that, he was at this camp for a while, and, when she did research on it, the people, she, wrote him, they're like, oh, he was only here during transit, nothing happened, he's fine, but he kind of had some medical issues, probably caused from his time there, because I did some research too, and when she looked, it was 1990 something, and now it's 2015. I looked it up, and it's it was a transit camp at one time. It was a bunch of other stuff. It was a penal and labor camp, transit camp, and there was something at the beginning that it was else. It was a safety camp or something. And then, after all that, the Russians took it over. But the time period that he was there with them, he was only there for a couple months, thankfully. But he was there during the penal and labor camp. And from very few stories I'm told, it's when he came back, he was a skeleton. They're like, yeah, he only had one piece of bread and one glass of water every day. And that's what they gave him for months. But they will live another 30 years after that, but pretty weak, sitting on the cold floor. I now know why my mom yelled at me as a little kid when I was I'd sit on the floor playing my games, and she'd be like, get off the cold floor, you're gonna ruin your kidneys, and it's like, what? But, makes sense now. But yes, he died of prostate cancer, so that's interesting to know that that's in my genetic line. But yeah, gonna go to that town and see if I can find anything out. Maybe there's a roster or something with his name, and just be like, oh, okay, he was here. Here's proof of my grandpa. And it's so weird, because it's I tried researching, databases and stuff, and, records, and it's obviously only the really big ones are gonna have it. Some of the smaller ones, they tend to destroy the records. But I didn't find anybody with his last name, which is a little interesting too. I mean, I don't think our family's that big, but, Catholic priests getting taken to a concentration camp, and when you go to the Wikipedia page, it's there are, notable people. Most of them are priests, and it's he wasn't one of them. And there was a nun who was part of the 192 martyrs, because they all died there. He was able to get out. Good for him. But I know that my mom was 10 when he died. So, you know, I feel like it'd be weird to ask my grandma about, you know, the love of her life, the father of her 4 children, like, hey, so what happened, you know? But, you know, older generation pass on stories to the new generation, because maybe it's just my family, but we're like really secretive. Well, I wouldn't say secretive, but we're not very open with sharing. You know, like how, I remember going to school, all these other kids are like, oh yeah, my mom told me when she was in high school she did this. And I'm sitting there like, I just know my mom's name and that she's my mom. Like, I don't know anything about her. I mean, I do now, but like at the time I was just like it just like dawned on me really hard that I was like, wow, I don't know my mom. I just know she's there, and like as long as I have known her, like since I existed, that's what I know. But before that, we don't share. We're not really a very sharey family. We just kind of do our own thing. It's like, unless we have to talk to you, then we'll talk to you. But if not, it's just like, as long as you're not failing and the cops aren't, you know, bringing you home, you're fine. You do you. And it's like, all right, cool. But yeah, and then after that trip in that tiny little town, we were gonna make our way to Berlin, Germany. But yeah, Poland, you're gonna be an interesting place, because it's, you know, respects, and then the capital, and then that, I'm trying to remember the camp, I think it was called Sadao, Sadaou, I think something, I don't know, I'll post it when I find it, but besides, you know, kind of ghost hunting and documenting daily vlogs, I'm gonna also see if I can uncover my family history. Whoa! I think the kids have stopped screaming, but yes, that is Poland, and thank you for watching. And I don't know, I know I didn't say it in the other videos, but you know, if you got suggestions, you know, where it's like, hey, you should go to this town, we got the best blah blah blah, I'll be like, alright, cool, gonna check it out, you know. Or maybe there's just, you know, something really weird here where it's like, there's a rock there that looks like a dragon eating a deer that's on fire. I'll be like, if it's on the way, hell fucking yeah. So, you know, suggestions, comments, put them below. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.